Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of regular expressions or regex in C#. Don't worry if that sounds a bit intimidating. I promise you, by the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of what regex is and how it can work wonders with text pattern. So before we get started, just a quick reminder to subscribe my channel, hit the red button and don't forget to click on the little bell icon. That way, you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Okay, without any further delay, let's get started. Regular expression in C#. What is regular expression? Regex or regular expression helps us to describe complex pattern in text. Once we describe these patterns, we can use them to perform searches, replacement, extraction, and modification on text data. Now let's see the basics of the regular expression. Basic is BCD. Here B stands for bracket, C stands for caret, and D stands for dollar. If we talk about brackets, there are three types of the brackets used in regular expression. Square bracket that specifies the character which needs to be matched. Curly bracket that specifies how many characters it can have. Parenthesis, it is used for the grouping purpose. Caret that indicates the start of a regular expression. Dollar, it specifies the end of a regular expression. Now we saw the basics. Let's apply these basic concepts of regular expression while writing the pattern. For this, let's see the example shown over here. Example number 1, where we need to write a regular expression for a character that exists between A to F. How we are going to write it? We need to write first caret sign that indicates that I am starting a regular expression over here. And then we need to write the dollar sign that specifies the end of a regular expression. And then we need to write pattern as per the requirement. And the requirement over here is a character that should exist between A to F. So we use a square bracket because it specifies the character which needs to be matched. In a square bracket, we need to write A hyphen F. That indicates that characters should be in between of A and F. That's it. Our regular expression is ready now. So regular expression is caret opening a square bracket, A hyphen F closing a square bracket and dollar sign at the end. That's how we write the regular expression. Now let's see the example number 2 where requirement is to write a regular expression for characters between A to F with a length of 3. So again we need to start with the caret sign and with the dollar sign. In between opening a square bracket A hyphen F and closing a square bracket, and we use the curly bracket over here that basically specifies how many characters that we are going to incorporate into it. And here character length is mentioned as 3. So we need to write 3 in the curly bracket. That's it. Our regular expression is ready and it is caret opening and closing square bracket, and in between we have written A hyphen F, then curly bracket, in between I have written 3 and then ends with the dollar sign. So that is the regular expression for character between A to F with a length of 3. Now see the example number 3 where the requirement is we need to write a regular expression for characters between A to F, maximum 3 characters and a minimum of 1 character. So whenever we need to mention minimum and maximum character, we write it in a curly bracket. First we write minimum character length, comma, maximum character length. Other things would remain same that we saw in the previous example. So what would be our regular expression? So it will be caret sign opening and closing square bracket, in between I need to write A hyphen F and then we need to write the curly bracket. In curly bracket we need to start with the minimum character length, which is nothing but 1 over here, and then maximum character length, which is nothing but 3 over here. So 1 comma 3, and then at the end we need to write this dollar sign. So our regular expression is ready. In example number 4, we need to write a regular expression for numeric data with a minimum length of 3 and maximum of 7. How we are going to write it? Here, instead of alphabet, requirement is for the numeric data, which is 0 to 9. Right? And again, minimum and maximum length requirement are there. So we need to use the curly bracket. Our regular expression would be starting with this caret sign, then we need to write 0 to 9, 0 hyphen 9 in a square bracket, and then we need to write the curly bracket and the first minimum length, which is nothing but 3 over here, comma 7. 7 is nothing but the maximum length over here. And it ends with dollar sign. This is the regular expression for this requirement number 4. Now, if you see the example number 5, where we need to write a regular expression for inverse number that contains the first three characters are alphabets and the remaining is the 8 length numeric. So how we are going to write it? So it is a combination of alphabet and the numeric data. So we start with the caret sign and ends with the dollar sign. After caret, we need to write a square bracket, and in between we need to write a hyphen z into it. And in curly braces, we need to mention 3 because the requirement is the first 3 characters should be alphabet. I have mentioned a hyphen z, which is nothing but the alphabet, and then I am mentioning, okay, these alphabet we need to get it up to 3 characters. Okay, so we need to mention 3 over here. Now we need to mention remaining 8 length of the numeric. So how we are going to mention? We need to write in square bracket 0 hyphen 9, and then we need to mention, okay, how many characters. So here length of numeric character is 8. We need to mention 8 in the curly bracket, and then we are having at the end with the dollar sign. So this is the regular expression for this requirement number 5. Now let's see the last example, that is the sixth example, where requirement is to write a regular expression for format INV10876545 or INV10876545. We notice INV, which is nothing but over here capital letter, and here in the small case letter. So in that requirement, where we need to write the first 3 characters are alphabet, which is the case sensitive. That's what this format is talking about. And the remaining 8 lengths are the numeric characters. You see, fifth and the sixth examples are almost same. Only difference is expecting that alphabets are case insensitive. We need to consider lowercase and uppercase of character. We need to write capital A hyphen capital Z and small a hyphen small x. That's it. So our regular expression would be caret, which is nothing but the starting point of this regular expression. Then we need to write opening and closing square bracket, and in between we need to mention uppercase a hyphen uppercase z and lowercase a hyphen lowercase z. And then how many character it wants? It needs to be mentioned 3 character, but because this is the requirement of first 3 character for this alphabet, so we have mentioned 3 in the curly brackets, and then remaining 8 length are the numeric. So we need to mention 0 to 9 a square bracket, and how many length of this numeric data? It could be 8. So we need to mention 8 in the curly bracket, and it ends with the dollar sign. That's it. That is the regular expression for this example number 6. Here are some more exciting things in the regular expression. What are those? If you are mentioning asterisk, that indicates that occurrence could have 0 or more times. Similarly, if you are mentioning question mark, then it talks about the 0 or 1 time. If you are mentioning plus, then it means 1 or more times. Now, if you talk about this backward slash d, it talks about the numeral data, right? It can come 0 through 9, for example 5, right? If you are mentioning backward slash capital D, it's talk about the non-numeral number, which is nothing but the alphabet or maybe some other character, but it should not be numeral number, for example a. Then we have backward slash small h, that is nothing but the single white space. So it is going to allow the single white space. Okay, for example, if you are mentioning dream backward slash small as job, then it matches with the dream space job, but not the dream job, right? Because there is a no space in between dream and job. Similarly, if you are talking about the single non-white space, which is denoted by backward and capital S, if you see this example shown over here, here we have the dream, I dream backward slash and capital S job matches with the dream hyphen job, but not with the dream job where there is no space. And here it is a dream space job, it is also not going to match. So it is talking about the single non-white space, which is nothing but the hyphen or some other character, right? Now we have a small w and capital W with the backward slash. What does it mean is, if it is a small w with backward slash, it talks about the letter, numeral or underscore it can have. But if we talk about the backward slash with capital W, it is not going to allow letter, numeral and underscore. That's what I have written, not letter, numeral or underscore. If you are going to write AD, so it is going to match with A or D. Is another way to write A hyphen D, right? But it is going to accommodate B and C also into that. But if you are going to write AD with a single character, that means it is going to consider A or D. Okay. And if you don't want to consider AD, we can put caret sign. That will work as a negation of AD. It is not going to accept A or D either. So no A or D, instead it could be BX, CX, ZX, etc. Now you must be thinking how to use regular expression in C sharp. Till now we have talked about the regular expression, how to write it, but how to use this regular expression in C sharp, we are going to see it over here. So it is a three-step process. What are those steps? Step number one, first of all, we need to import this namespace system.text.regular expression. How we are going to import it? We need to use using keyword and then system.text.regular expression. That's how we are going to import this namespace. Step number two, we need to create a regular expression pattern and provide text against which it will be validated. First of all, we need to write our text. What are the text I have written over here? String my text is equal to Z. I have given this my text as a Z. Now I have written this string pattern at the rate, and then I have written this regular expression in the double quotes. So first of all, I have written this caret sign. So but basically it indicates that I have started this regular expression over here, and then I have written this square bracket. In a square bracket, I have mentioned a hyphen f, and then I'm just closing with this dollar sign. So basically this expression is talk about that it should get accepted, it should get validated against this pattern if the character is in between A to F, then it is going to validate as a true, otherwise it is going to validate as a false. Step number three, we need to use IsMatch method. There are two options. Option number one, use a static IsMatch method of regex class. So how we are going to use? We need to just write regex.isMatch, and then we need to pass this my text and the pattern. So it is going to accept two input parameters. The first one, the text, that is going to get validated against the pattern, and then we need to mention this pattern. If you mention, I have not created any instance of this regex because this isMatch method is the static method. I can directly call with the help of class name. So here regex is nothing but the class name. IsMatch method is the static method. So I have written regex.isMatch, and then I have passed this parameter to it. So it will be giving us the validation whether that particular text is valid against this pattern or not. So whatever the value that we are going to receive, we are storing into this isMatch variable of the Boolean data type. Okay. Now let's see the option number two. Here we are going to use the non-static isMatch method of the regex class. For that, we need to create an instance of the regex class. How we are going to create an instance? We need to write regex obj is equal to new regex, and then we need to pass this pattern to it. Basically here I am passing pattern into the constructor so that it will be considered while creating a regex object itself. And then I'm just going to call this isMatch method with the help of instance of this regex class. So I have written obj.isMatch, and then I am passing this my text to it so that it will get validated against this pattern. Whatever the value that we are going to receive, I'm just going to store into this Boolean variable isMatch. That's all. So this is the three step by which we are going to implement regular expression in C sharp. There are various other methods of regular expression we will be seeing in the Visual Studio. Okay, so let's switch to the Visual Studio and see all these things in action. So here we are on Visual Studio. Here we are going to see the demo of the regular expression in C sharp. For that, what I have done, I have created one console application, regular expression in C sharp demo. It has program.cs file. In program.cs file, as I have mentioned earlier, that implementing this regular expression in C sharp, we are having three-step process. So as a part of step one, what I have done, I have imported this namespace system.text.regular expression. That's what I have written using system.text.regular expression. Then there is a class name program that has main method, which is an entry point of this application. So here I'm just printing this statement, regular expression regex demo in C sharp, because I'm just giving the demo of this regular expression. Just wanted to print into this console. Then as a part of step 2, we need to create a regular expression pattern and provide text against which it will be validated. For that, I have written this my text is equal to Z, and a string pattern is equal to this one at the rate, and then I have written this regular expression in quotation, right? and starting with the caret sign, end with the dollar sign, and here I have written this opening and closing a square bracket, and in between I have written a hyphen f. Basically this pattern is going to validate against a character, against a one character that should be in between a and f. If it is coming outside of this range, the validation is going to be failed. Okay, so how we are going to verify this? For that we need to implement step number 3. So we are going to use IsMatch method. So again, we have two options. First is the use static IsMatch method of the regex class. So here, as a part of option 1, what I'm trying to do is I'm just going to call this IsMatch method with the help of regex class name itself. Because this is the static method, so I can call with this class name. We don't need to create any instance of this regex class. We can directly call this IsMatch method with regex class. So regex.isMatch method, and then I'm passing two parameters into it. What is the parameter? The first one is the my text. Basically I have created this my text string variable over here, so I'm passing over here. Then I need to pass this pattern also that I have created as a regular expression pattern. We need to mention these two parameters into this isMatch method when we are using this static isMatch method, right? So whatever the value that we are going to receive as a part of validation, we are going to store into this boolean variable, which is nothing but the isMatch over here. Then I'm just printing this statement my text. What is the my text? So I'm just printing my text pattern, the pattern text I'm just printing, and then I'm writing valid my text using a static isMatch method. Whatever the output that I have received with the help of this isMatch method, I'm just printing isMatch boolean variable into this console window. I will be able to see the output into this console window. Next, what I'm trying to do in line number 25, I'm just going to use this option 2 to show you how we are going to use this non-static isMatch method of the regex class. For that, what I have done, I have created an instance of this regex class. For that, I have written regex obj is equal to new regex and then pattern. Then I'm just going to call this isMatch method, because isMatch is nothing but the non-static method. So I need to use this instance of this regex class. That's what I have written obj.isMatch method. And then I'm passing this my text. Then it will give us the result in the boolean format that I'm storing into this isMatch variable. IsMatch is nothing but the boolean isMatch. Okay. And then again I'm just printing this my text and turn into console window. And this is statement I'm just printing because I have used right now here a non-static isMatch method. What is the output that we have received? I just wanted to print it into console window. That's what I have written this isMatch over here. And then I'm just writing console.read line. Okay, so let me execute this program and see this output. Okay, so output got appear into this console window. So if you see this regular expression regex demo in C# got printed, and then my text is JAD and pattern is caret AF square bracket and the dollar sign. So pattern I have also printed, and then I have used this isMatch method, which is nothing but the static method, and I'm getting the output as a false over here. So this my text is not satisfying this pattern. That's what we are getting this false. And same thing I have validated with the non-static method, right? And it is also giving the false value to it, because the my text, which is nothing but the JAD over here, is not satisfying this pattern, and that's what we are getting this false from both the methods. Okay, now let me close this, and then let me change this my text. Let me put it as a B. Let me try executing this program and see this output again. Now if you see, this output got appear again, and here now we are able to see the value as a true for both the method output, right? So my text is equal to B, pattern is equal to this things, and valid my text using a static isMatch method, I got the true value. Similar got verified from non-static method, and it is also giving the true value to it. So basically this my text is satisfying now pattern whatever I have written as a regular expression. That's what we are getting this true value to it. That's how we are going to use this isMatch method of the regular expression in C#. So here we are going to see the demo of the regular expression, Regex demo number 2. Here we are going to see the demo of the regular expression. So for that, I have the same program, regular expression in C# demo and .cs file. I have updated little bit to show the different set of things in the regular expression. For that, step number 1, we need to add this name using system.text expression. Now there is a class named that has main method which is in front of this application. Here I'm going to see the demo, regular expression regex demo number 2 C sharp. So as a part of step 2, I have created a regular expression pattern and provide text against which it will be validated. So here what I have done, I have this text line 16, string my text is equal to, I have written a string pattern is going to have this A to F. It, here starting point with the would be caret, then we are having A to F. But here if you see this my text, we are putting B, that is not coming under A to F. Then we are going to validate with the help of IsMatch. Ideally it should return the first value. We will be seeing what the value it is going to get printed into the, when we are going to print this into this console window with the help of console.writeLine. Now if you see this line number 25 where I have this my text is equal to EDE, I have mentioned A to F, but it should have the 3 characters. So here I have provided 3 characters that is coming under this range only AF. Right? So PDE is coming under this range AF. So ideally it should return as a true value for this pattern that we are going to see when we are going to print this console. Okay. Now if you see this line number 31, I have given this my text is equal to B. So here if you see this pattern where we have starting with A to F and then it should have minimum 1 character or maximum 3 character. If you have given this B in my text, which is nothing but the 1 character, is falling under this A to F range. So ideally it should return as a true value. You would be able to see the output once we are going to execute this. Now if you see this line number 37 where we have this my text is equal to BCDE, I have given 4 character to. Here if you see this pattern, it should have A to F and then minimum character should be 1 and maximum 3, but I have given 4 character to. So ideally this regular expression IsMatch method is going to return as a false value to it because it is not satisfying this pattern. Okay. Now coming to line number 44 where we have this my text is equal to 1. I have mentioned pattern that it will start with 0 to 9 and then it should have minimum character 1 and maximum character 3. Basically minimum 1 digit and maximum 3 digit it can have. Here I have mentioned 1 digit falling under 0 to 9 range. So really this text is going to get validated against this pattern and it will return the value as true. We will be seeing this output once we are going to execute this program. Now if you see this line number 50, I have given this my text is equal to 1, but instead of using this square bracket 0 to 9, I have used this backslash and D. It is going to identify this particular my text against this pattern and we will be able to get this output. Ideally it should return the value as true because backslash D it representing one single digit and we are providing 1 which is nothing but the digit over here. Okay, so ideally it should return as a true value. Now if you see this line number 57 where we have this my text is equal to A. So here I have given this pattern starting with D, right? Basically this pattern is talks about the digit number, but here if you see this my text, I have given this alphabet. Alphabet is going to get validated against this pattern, so ideally it should get returned false value. That's what we would be able to see in this out. Now if you see this line number 64 where we have given my text is equal to .com, here I have mentioned pattern starting with caret sign and then I have used this parenthesis. As we have mentioned earlier, the parenthesis is used for the grouping purpose. So basically this I have used as a grouping .com pipe.org. Basically this grouping either it should come .com or either it should come .org. It should get validated. Here I have put my text as a .com. It is going to get validated and will return as a true value to it. That's what would be able to see in the console window as an output. Now I'm just going to show different methods of the regex, which is nothing but the replace. The replace method is going to have 3 input parameters. First one is the input, the second one is the pattern, and the third one is the replacement. So here I have given this input parameter my text is equal to I have an apple and another apple. And then pattern I have mentioned at the rate apple. Then a string replacement I have put as a orange. So basically, when we are going to execute this replace method of this regex class and against this my text, so apple it will get find and then replace with the orange. That's what we would be able to see then output. I have an orange and another orange. Okay, so let me execute this program and see this output. Okay, so output got appearing to this console window. You see this regular expression regex demo number 2, it got printed in this console window. If you see the first one, my text is equal to B and pattern is A and A to F. So B is falling under this pattern, and that's what this valid my text is equal to true value we are getting. If you see this my text BDE, and here BD is falling under this AF, and this is the 3 character it should have. So BD is the 3 character and also it falling under this range A to F. So this valid my text is coming as a true value. Now if you see this my text B and pattern is A to F and 1 to 3. So I have given one character that is satisfying because the one minimum character it should have, and A to F, and B is falling under this A to F. That's what we are going to get as an output. We got this output my text as a true. Now if you see this input parameter, which is nothing but the my text over here, B, C, D, E. If you see this pattern A to F and 1 to 3. So minimum character 1 and maximum character 3, and it should come in this range A to F. B, C, D, E is coming into the range, but it is getting failed under this maximum character length, right? Because we have given 4 and maximum character 3 is allowed. Ideally it should give us value as a false, and that's what we got, the value as a my text as a false value. Now if you see my text 1 and pattern I have given 0 to 9 and 1 to 3. What does it mean is this pattern should have digit up to 0 to 9 and minimum 1 digit should be there or maximum 3 digit. I have given 1, which is nothing but minimum digit, and it is falling under this range. So it is giving as a value as a true. Now if you see this my text 1 and pattern \d, pattern is talking about the digit, 1 digit. That's what this output is coming as a true. Now if you see this my text is equal to A, which is nothing but the alphabet, we are verifying against this pattern \d that talks about the digit. Here we are passing as a alphabet. So ideally it should returning as a false value. Now if you see this .com, I have given as a my text and pattern is .com and org, and we are putting under this parenthesis. So basically this parenthesis talks about the grouping purpose, right? So we are grouping .com and org. This .com is coming under this group. That's what we are getting the value as a true. Now I have tried to show you the another example. Instead of IsMatch, I have used here replace method. What replace method is going to do? Here my text is I have an apple and another apple. Then I have pattern, I have given the apple. The replacement is orange. Basically this apple we would be able to find in this my text and replace with the orange. That's what this replace method did it for us. I have an orange and another orange as an output. We received it in this console window. Now you must have good understanding of the regular expression, how we can write this regular expression, how to use this regular expression in C# with the various method. Right now I have shown you IsMatch method and replace method. Similarly, couple of other methods are also there. You can just go through it. It will be very easy because you know how to write regex, right? Regular expression. We just need to use this regular expression and then our work will be done based on other methods what we are having in the regex class. That's all for this video, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends and colleagues, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. Thanks for watching. See you next video.